Robinson, you got Taylor Gabriel out there who snatching up some of them catches that I thought he would be getting. But you're playing against Miami, they're gonna have to spread the ball around a little bit more. They're gonna have to do more, and I think he's gonna get his touches. And he's a bigger receiver who, when you're playing a tougher defense, your bigger receivers are a cushion, or not a cushion, but easier targets for you, and you look for them. So I understand that, and I think he's gonna have a decent game. Deshaun Jackson, though, they about to play Atlanta. And Atlanta feel like the Colts of old. Like they have no secondary. There's nobody out there. Everybody's injured. Everybody's phoning it in. It's done. So I don't know, man. I'm in a rock and a hard place. Who do you start? Allen Robinson or Deshaun Jackson?
I'm going with Deshaun.
Deshaun against the Atlanta defense with no secondary. I'm leaning that way myself. What you think, Lasell?
That's tough, man. I would probably take my chances with Deshaun Jackson. And I don't even say that with confidence, to be honest with you, because again, like we said with chemistry, for whatever reason, Deshaun Jackson doesn't perform the same way. But you know what? I think it's Jameis Winston, when he started, his go-to guy is Mike Evans.
All right.
I have Mike Evans on one of my leagues, so I'm really excited about him coming back. If I had Deshaun Jackson, I would not have that same excitement. But if, again, with those being the choices and going against Atlanta, I would do Deshaun Jackson. Miami, man, like, I think their secondary is really underrated. As of last week, not including what they did Sunday, they was leading the league in interceptions with 9.
Yeah.
So you got a rookie quarterback, Trubisky. I mean, now granted, he's coming off of a bye week, and before that, the biggest game of his career. I'm going to still take my chances with Deshaun Jackson against that Atlanta defense.
You're taking a big chance, man. This is why it's a rock and a hard place, because Deshaun Jackson, first of all, he's a boom or bust player. Like the epitome of boom or bust, and he's been like that for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, like you said, you got your boy coming back. He's going to be throwing to Mike Evans. It's hard to start him. But when you're looking at Allen Robinson, Trubisky, yes, he had a good week. Nobody trusts him. All of those things you're saying, it makes it very hard to put Allen Robinson on the field because Miami is underrated. Miami has a defense. I mean,
Miami secondary, I guarantee you, they are excited about playing Trubisky.
Yeah, they ready to get at him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think Allen Robinson a good player, but again, that's the thing about having a receiver. You got to see who's doing the throwing, who's back in that pocket taking them snaps. And with I just trust a returning Jameis Winston against a beat up Atlanta secondary with Deshaun Jackson over Trubisky against Miami secondary.
Yeah.
And Allen Robinson. And then we already covered the fact that Tyler Gabriel is cutting into his targets anyway.
True. So I keep seeing Deshaun Jackson behind the defense, behind the safeties, like just back there. Like, who's covering him? Nobody knows. Nobody knows who's covering him. Not at all. And it's going to happen once or twice that game. Big plays. He might not get the PPR catches that you think he's going to get, but I think he's going to get 1 or 2 deep plays that's going to make him a very good choice for week 6, where if you start Allen Robinson, you're hoping as far as his volume, if you're trying to lean on his volume to give him points, you got the Taylor Gabriel, Tariq Cohen, all of these things that you got to worry about. So I probably would go Deshaun Jackson for all of those reasons, man. It's a rock and a hard place, but Deshaun Jackson, I'm going with him. All right, what else we got? Anybody got another rock and a hard place for the people?
Who you got, Jay Money? I'm sure a 1-6, 1-4 record like yourself. I'm sure you kind of stuck on who to start and who not to start.
Right.
See, this is why I got to correct you. First, you said J Money, which is T Money.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. My
You know
bad.
what I'm saying?
My
See,
bad.
this.
You You absolutely right.
I
T.
complimented you at first in the beginning of the session, calling you we think alike and all that, but I see I was wrong.
Yeah.
For judging from your record, you've been wrong a lot.
Exactly.
You shouldn't even be used to that feeling. You're like, okay, I'm wrong.
Now I got Muhammad Sanu and Quincy Anunwa.
Anunwa.
A noon way.
Oh,
Quincy Anunwa.
Yeah. A noon way.
Because they both play the slot, and I just like Muhammad Sanu. He's starting to pick up. Like if you check week by week, he's getting more and more catches.
Yeah, because Julio getting less and less.
He balled out last week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he did.
I watched that game. Yeah, he had a good game last week.
Do we think that's going to continue? I guess.
Atlanta's rough because you got where it was just really two main people that he was spreading the ball between. Now it turned into three with Calvin Ridley being out there. So I don't know. I think that could be. It could be hit or miss depending on the defenses that's playing.
But see, wouldn't they be worrying more about Ridley and Julio, so that will leave him more chances to get the ball?
A very good, true possibility. But if that being the case, Ridley's been quiet the past week or two.
Yeah. Well, just last week.
Okay, so then Muhammad just showed out. I think that defenses that's prepping this week will be having a little more focus on him. You know what I mean? Like
they got a lot of weapons, man.
They do. Atlanta had a lot of weapons for a while.
They currently have 3 running backs who I think, besides Devontae Freeman acting like I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but he not performing this year. He got the injuries. He got a lot going on. But with him healthy, is he going to be healthy this week?
They say he may not play.
He may not even play. But you still, even with him out the picture, you got 2 other running backs that they seem to favor in the passing game as well. So Ito Smith, rookie dude, he comes in, he gives you a burst of energy. Tevin Coleman been doing his thing for a while, and they've been always trying to get him involved. So he's going to be on the field some of those times. It's going to take away the passing game to receivers in the first place. So you're limiting those touches. Then you got your rushing plays. That's another play that he's not getting a pass to. And then you got to actually pass the ball, and you're going to look at Julio first. He's going to be doubled. Then you're going to look at your speedster on the outside, and then hopefully Sanu will get one across the middle. I think his percentage of looks may be a little low, even though he had a big game last week.
But they playing Tampa Bay.
They are, which is a terrible defense. They gave up 6 touchdowns last week.
But I don't know if you stuck between.
See, but Quincy was like Donald's favorite target.
He is, and that's why I think that's why I would start him. Now, granted, he didn't do jack and shit last week against Denver.
Well, he had a hand injury though.
Right, and that was the only donut that he put up all season.
Yeah.
You talking about consistency? I would play him against that Colts secondary. Now, again, I think the Colts secondary made a lot of improvements. Huh?
They're tougher than Tampa Bay's.
They are, but again, like he said, like T was saying, Sam Darnold, that's his favorite receiver right there.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That's a hard one, man. Only because, like everything points to no for Sanu. For Sanu, everything points to no. I don't think he's going to get as many targets as he should. But Sam Darnold, the rookie, going against the Colts, which he's not bad, and then you got this guy Anderson with the Lil Wayne dreads.
See, but he's like a hit and miss too. Like he caught deep balls last week.
Exactly. So
he's their Deshaun Jackson,
right? So it may be a new one. That's probably going to be the safer choice.
That's who it's been all season.
Yeah, it has. It has been his favorite, but also as much as I believe in Sam Darnold, because I really like Sam Darnold, I think he's gonna develop well. I just don't know if he's over all of his mistakes yet. Of course, he's not over them, but I don't think he's immune to having another really bad game before the season is out. And I don't know. Who's to say it's not against the Colts?
I mean that's true, but I think even in the sense of Sam Darnold having a bad game, I think if Inouye is healthy, I would start him over Mohamed Sanu because he's gonna get his point. If he's healthy, he's gonna get his points, and that's something that I would just kind of monitor.
Right.
So you said he had a hand injury last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would check to see if he was a full participant in practice this week, but as of what I've been seeing so far, the Jets are playing him.
I feel you on that one, man. I would probably lean that way too. So, all right, we got another rock in the hard place for the people, or we ready to move on?
Ugh, do I have a rock in a hard place? Nah, man, I'm good. I think I'm good. So like I was kind of struggling with my running backs in my main league.
Mm.
And I think I'm kind of torn between. So I guess yes. The answer is yes. I do have a rock and hard place question. So Adrian Peterson against Carolina, or Corey Clement against the Giants tomorrow.
Mm.
Now Adrian Peterson had a dislocated shoulder
Yeah.
Sunday. And I was wondering when Washington was on the goal line, I'm like, why you don't put AP in? But that's why. So he said he's fine and he's been practicing and he was a full participant this week. So I mean that's something to consider.
Let me ask you, how's his kids' grades?
What?
I mean,
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
if the grades are bad, he might throw that shoulder out again, whooping.
I see what you said with that.
Okay. We don't know that, so let's just move. I guess I would give.
Bruh,
You know,
I'm behind AP 100%. Whoop your bad ass kid. You know your kid whoop their ass.
no, I feel you. I'm just saying, with the current injury, it might not be the best thing to do. That might take him out the lineup. So I'm saying, you know.
You got to consider that. You got to consider that Carolina's actually ranked 8th in the league against the run.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards Corey Clements. You got a die. He got hurt. So
He done
really
for the season.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done for the season.
Done for the season. So it's
I think I would go with Clement. He can catch out the backfield too. So
Exactly.
I mean,
That's what
you think the Eagles are gonna come and destroy the Giants?
they're not going to destroy him, but he's
I
going
don't
to get
think
a
they're
lot.
gonna
He's going to
destroy
get some touches.
They always have. That's one of those games that, you know, it's a lot of history behind a lot of things that happen, and it's always something. It's always a big game. It's kind of like Redskins and Dallas, and it's one of those interdivisional games that.
I'm a little superstitious with players on Thursday night though.
Me too, man.
You know what I mean? Like I got three. I would have 3 players playing on Thursday night. It would be Zach Ertz, Odell Beckham, and Corey Clement. Now, mind you, I still got Tevin Coleman on the bench too. So I don't know if I throw Tevin Coleman in there.
That's a lot of people on Thursday, bro.
Yeah,
Too many people on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling, man. When I got too many people on a Thursday, it feel like I'm gonna be behind the ball no matter what by Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man, but I probably would lean Clement just because I think it's gonna be a bigger game. I think it's gonna be a lot of big plays. The Eagles ain't playing the type of defense that is gonna hold the Giants down. They're gonna be on their own neck. Like the Giants gonna mess up on their own, but Saquon Barkley can save it all. So
Is he hurt or healthy?
Barkley?
Yeah, because he got hurt on the last play of the
He
game.
did get hurt on the last play of the game, and
He's okay though. He walked off on his own when he did that little jump into the end zone. He did.
yeah.
Leap. He got some air. He had some hang time too. I was like, okay, then.
I think he had a little hyperextension or whatever. And
Yeah, probably landed. But see, he didn't bend his knees when he when he landed. Like
Right.
who don't bend their knees when you land? Like I didn't understand that.
That's a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. He's just excited. Just too excited. Whole body locked up.
I'm so excited. I'm just gonna lock my knees on this plane.
Hell yeah. It's just crazy, but I think he gonna start. So if they got them out there, I'm just trying to figure out the way the game is gonna run. I think it's gonna be not necessarily high scoring, but fast paced and a lot of